Namaste. Tonight we are again happy to be with long time members of Yogachemmal Natyalayam since they were children, since their childhood. Please meet Yogachemmal Dayanidy and his wonderful wife Yogachemmal Reena.
Thank you.
Dayanidy is an assistant professor at Saiter of Sri Balaji Vidyapith University, and Reena is an officer at the Indian Bank Pondicherry. Top class yoga teachers known throughout India and the world, they juggle their busy professional careers with their parenting duties to their two young children, Deganand Dairin and Hasni Dairin. Dayanidy sir is a highly accomplished yogasana expert who has won many prizes for his skills. Notably, he developed a yogasana routine where he balanced a lighted oil lamp on his head for about 5 minutes while performing difficult hand balancing postures. Reena Miss is a brilliant stage actress and Bharatanatyam dancer who has played many key roles in Yogachemmal Natyalayam full-length dance dramas. Totally devoted to Dr. Ananda and Swamiji's Parampariyai, both of their children were born on February 25th, the wedding anniversary of Swamiji and Ammaji, as well as Dr. Ananda sir and Devasina Miss. Let us hear their valuable insights. Namaste.
Namaste, Dee. Thank you for that. We are very happy to be associated with the Gitananda family and getting an opportunity to share our views with you. We are really blessed.
Actually, it's a great opportunity for us to discuss and to discuss with you actually.
Thank you so much. We all are excited and looking out because, it will be a different one. And of course, many of the Yognat kids might be watching it because they know you.
Actually, this is a totally different experience even for us. So we are also looking forward.
Okay, so we are moving into something that everyone was waiting for the 14th episode of the Global Voice series, Yoga in the Times of COVID-19. So jumping into it, and the first one is the definition section, and the question will be for both of you. What is your own personal definition of the word yoga?
Yeah, actually, for me, the term yoga is changed. The definition for yoga is changed from time to time. But the core feeling for yoga is it is a tool to explore the self. So when I was entered into the Yogachemmal Natyalayam, so it was around in the year 1998, I think so. So when I entered at that time, before entering because I was naughty in that state, so my father wants to put me in some place, and I want to be totally grow in a good manner. So he wants to put me in Yogachemmal Natyalayam, and actually put me in dance first. So later on, dance and the Yogachemmal, there is a guide rule who are going to join in dance, and they have to be learning yoga also. So after a few years, my interest in dance slowly slowed down and my interest in yoga goes up, and finally in some stage after 4-5 years I stopped dance, and then totally in the field of yoga. So I actually, if there is any yoga session going on, and I actually discuss about the some basic definition about yoga. So, and I tell a small story about the thing. So when you are going to buy a new vehicle, it's maybe a bike or car, we are so happy to use that car, and we keep on using it. And after some days, we have a reminder that, okay, we need to give some service for the car or bike. But our body is so complicated than bike or car, actually. But today generation, so today's generation means me also actually. So we are keep on using our body, and we are not give the proper service. We think that service is like sleeping and eating. So but we are not focusing ourselves, or not giving time to focus inward. But to me, the yoga does that. So for doing yoga, we focus on your body, on our mind, on our emotions, and slowly it's give the internal focus and to bring the core, to bring the own self in the dynamic manner. So for me, yoga is a tool to to explore the self. Yeah.
Right, sir. Interesting story. So we are looking out for it now.
To me, I think I'll give two definitions with my own experience of yoga. Yoga is like a magic spell that gives you the power to become what you want to become, whatever it might be. So some people use the power, they stagnate there itself. Some people, after getting over the power, there is a realization that when selflessness comes inside, when we add selflessness, we become closer to divine. We are able to experience the divine in our own self. And the other way, yoga with a proper guru. When we have yoga with a proper guru, it gives us a conscious view, a different perspective, an overall perspective of the whole life. And that overall perspective helps us in fulfilling our own dharma. But many of them fulfill their dharma, but it is not beautifully and it's not with grace. I think yoga helps that to happen with grace, with happiness, with contentment, and so on.
Very nice, Miss. Again, it's very important, as you said, like, okay, learning yoga, that's good for us, but especially it's coming from a good source or a teacher, we should know that we can follow them, as I think Meena ma'am had said, like with Dr. Sir, she can just follow him, not even just watching out, she can just blindfold her eyes and follow him. So
yes.
Of that point, I got reminded. So I think also saying exactly the same thing in your different perspectives. So it's very nice to have your definitions, and thank you.
Thank you.
And now moving to the sadhana section, and very particularly this question will go to Dayanidy sir. I did it on purpose.
I am escaping.
Daya sir, the question is from the sadhana section. You have been a student of Yognath nearly 20 years, from a young boy to a married man to now working at Saiter. How has your idea of yoga sadhana changed over the years?
So, to me, the yoga sadhana is differ from my childhood to the marriage and working situation and working now. So that it actually changes from every part of my life. So when I was a kid, when I joined into the Yogachemmal Natyalayam, I already tell that before joining Yogachemmal, I just go to my close friends and relatives. That time, no one knows the meaning of yoga itself. More of my relatives actually. So my close friends, all of them. So I just go there and ask about what is yoga and what they will do actually. So they told that yoga, they do some flexible practices and sometimes they close their eyes and do dhyana. So this is the only definition before entering into the yoga Natyalayam I heard. So once I entering into the yoga channel, I'm in the mind setup. So they are doing some flexible things like that. So that time for me, yoga sadhana is that doing some advanced asanas. So doing some advanced asana is the real sadhana for me in that age category. And that time even Lalita Miss, Prabhati Miss, Devasana Miss, and Saraswati Miss is there. So all of them are give such a motivation to do so many asanas and also the background of yoga, Adhikar Yoga, Yama, Niyama practices, all I learned. So after a certain period, I know that yoga is not only the asana part, the Yama, Niyama are the most important thing to follow. and there is some other aspect apart from asana is also there. So after I'm attending SAR classes, um, it's around 99, I think so, 99 2000. I just attended so many SAR classes. We go around so many places. So then I can realize that yoga is not so many competitions we go. Actually, with sir, it's one of the memorable events that day. So we go with so many places, so many spots, and it's really a nice thing. Um, so that time I realized that yoga is not only asana, it's a um, inner feeling that how we are applying it in our day-to-day activity. So that's the real sadhana I learned. And once in the go on from the childhood to the other next level, next stage, that is a marriage stage. And I realized that sadhana is not only we are doing and how we take care of others also. So that is one of the most important thing I have learned once I marry Reena and having two kids. How we share and take care of.
He takes good care of me. So.
Share and take good care. That also one of the most important thing in the yoga sadhana. And after I entering into A-Sighter, so A-Sighter at Jigmar, and I was so lucky that I have sat in each and every moment in my life. So I actually get so much thing with so much learning, so much ideas how we need to proceed. So sir, I'm really lucky in that way actually.
Many times I used to tell him, I feel jealous of you. You get to spend most of your time with sir. So whenever he comes back from office, the first question I ask him, what did sir do today? What did he talk to you? What did he tell you? So he gets sometimes frustrated. Why are you asking everyday routine, same thing only?
So actually in Sighter actually we are actually spends more time because once I join Sighter I can go with sir only. So from my place to say office it's around half an hour it will take. So on the way we have discussed so many things, sir gives so many ideas, so many suggestions, and after and that time I realized that what is sadhana and that period now in this period. So what we are everyday activity, what we are doing. So we need to compare ourselves with ourselves. So that's the real sadhana. So we do not compare ourselves. The new system of new education system, what they are actually doing is they compare ourselves with others. There the frustration causes. So we need to compare ourselves with ourselves, then the frustration will not be there, the continuous growth will be there, so we can able to achieve a lot. So my sadhana is that I just compare myself with myself, what I'm doing today and what we are doing on a regular basis. So that's the sadhana I'm doing now in yoga.
Very nice, sir. You explained it in such a nice sequence and how it has changed in all these years. And as you had said before in the definition, like it's not permanent, like it keeps changing, it's like almost like a cycle. So very nicely explained, sir. And now, we have to give Reena Miss some work. So we'll
Yes.
Okay, so Reena Miss, you're going to have this question from the third section, that's the contemporary yoga scene. What is your opinion of the status of the contemporary yoga scene, especially in the present time of the corona crisis?
When I think of corona crisis, it gives me two different kind of views. Like one is people are locked up in houses. They have the financial struggle to undergo. They have the emotional stress that they are inside the house. They are not able to go out. And so that stress is developing on one end. On the other end, there are people who have to go out every day to work without even holidays. And they have the fear of getting infected, and by then they get their own family might be affected. All those mental stress. So both ways there is stress. This contemporary yoga is helping us through so many online classes, so many satsangas through the classes. It's giving us that stress breaker. And one more aspect that adds is, before, when we wanted to go to a yoga class, it was just hours based, might be from 6 to 7 or 5 to 7, a timing based. If you want to go it on some other time, it's not possible. But no, for me, every day I keep running the whole time. Daytime I don't get time. Whenever I lie down at 9 o'clock, I go watch Facebook. I see sir's classes there. Not that time, I'm not able to see it on that time where he's on live, but I get to see it on some other time. It gives me an emotional stress relief, and it helps me get ready for the next day. I think that contemporary yoga is helping many in this kind of a situation.
Very nice, Miss. Again, you have explained both the sides, like especially the contemporary yoga scene in specific has been mostly good. And when we see the normal thing, like it is a little frightening. Many people are not getting to eat and all that. So we'll just hope it comes to an end and goes for a better thing. And with yoga, we fight through it. What all we can do with our support. Okay. So
actually, the mind is the strength. Okay. When your mind can be strong, whatever happens, whatever comes to our body, I think our body will get ready to fight.
Yes.
So yoga gives us the power to fight against corona. So anything else also.
Sure, Miss. Very nice with the concept of the mind. And okay, so we are going to move on to Daya's last question from the slow motion. Okay, so from the yogic character section, your question: in a relationship, is the character of a person important to you?
Actually, yes, it is most important thing, and especially for me, because my personal thing is I did not keep everyone close within a single visit. So I have so much of some slight distance will always will be there.
When I call somebody my friend, he will say, don't call them friend just by 2 or 3 times you know them. So he has that.
Yeah. But the thing I learned in yoga is that Vasudeva Kudumbakam. So we are all in one family. In a family, everyone will not be in a good character. So we need to accept, and we need to know how much distance we need to keep with them. So that's the main thing. And the characters, we see the character, the outermost layer, but the character is the thing, where it comes. Actually, Swamiji, Ammaji and doctors are from them. I just learned that thoughts are the seed for everything. So through the thoughts, the word will be coming. So once the word is the core thing for the action, and action decides the character. So the normally, if you see the character of the person, so it is not only the just outer layer, the inner layer, their thoughts, how they are thinking, all those things will matter. So for me, it's likely I just have a distance for first few 3-4 visits. So after that only I can able to be with the person how they are. And actually
the secret is out, Divya. The secret is out, because many of them know he has no enemies at all. Everybody, he maintains a relationship with everybody. He doesn't know to cut through somebody at all. But now people will know whether they are friends or not.
No, okay, like everyone has their own, it is actually, Daya sir is correct, because, we can get fooled by some people. So it's actually better to, really analyze who they are, and then, or then we are, putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, because we never know what might happen. So very nice. Okay, as Reena Miss said, maybe a secret out, but I don't think it's so bad. So coming to Reena Mrs. question from the 5th section, the yoga teaching section. What a busy life you have. Mother, wife, yoga student and teacher, bank official. You have 2 highly intelligent, energetic children. How can you manage to be such a good mother?
Oh, I don't know if it's true. I should ask my kids whether I'm a true mother, a good mother or not. But speaking of the fact, as a wife and a mother, it was not that easy when I started off, because being a single daughter to my father, I have been petted up like anything. He does everything for me. I did need not worry about anything in life. That's how, and all of a sudden, one day everything changed. When he passed off, everything had a shattered. I was down. And when we got married, I didn't know most of the things. But, this man is behind everything for me. He used to be with me even for the smallest job. Even if I have to do a small job in the kitchen, a small work, every time I need him behind me. He has to. Usually, I was behind my father, but after marriage, my husband was behind me. He used to help me with everything. Even today, with all the work that I have to do at home, Daya is my full support. He gives me the support to grow, and he usually tells me, like when we got married, when he asked me to do some things, first time I was reluctant. Why can't you do it? That's how I felt. That time he used to tell me, on the day you lost your father, I understood the pain that you had, because you were so much dependent on him that to come out of it, you really struggled a lot. I don't want to give you that. You have to take care of me. That's what he said. I will help you with everything, but you have to learn how to do it. I'm not going to do it for you. That's how I started. And being a mother, my first son is Daya, actually. I always, after marriage, I took him to be my first son. I experimented everything with him. So being with kids was much easier. Being a yoga student and teacher, I think that inspiration is fully Ammaji and Dr. Sir. Because their teachings have shown us, been examples to us to be what we are. I love teaching a lot. I love kids a lot. And now I'm a little far off from that. But still, I think someday we can get back there. So I think I was into the question.
Well, bank official.
Banking official. Because I know computers. I was a graduate in computer. So being on a banking side is not that difficult. But only thing is, you find life in teaching. Whereas banking doesn't have that life. Every time it is the same monotonous job. But still, okay, when it comes to family, it helps my family a lot. Because I am on that side, it helps my family a lot. So it helps me perform my dharma as a daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, wife. So it helped me play different roles, well balanced. So I'm grateful for that also.
Okay, so I don't want to end it so easily, because I think Lalita Miss and Shanmugam sir had added a bonus question. So I'm going to do a suspense bonus question, and I was thinking about okay, so now the question is to Reena Miss, but Daya sir can also give his contribution. It's not only her answer. Okay, so I must ask this question because I know it and I have seen it, and I don't know if everyone has seen it. Well, you must have seen it, but you might not have experienced it while being with her, because I've been really close with Reena Miss and Daya sir, and especially Dayanidy and Hasini. They're like my own little brother and sister. And okay, so coming to the question, well, I know that Daya sir surely has great affection and respect to Dr. Sir. But Reena Miss really has something special, and I can't say what it is. So maybe Reena Miss, you can just explain what kind of a relationship. You don't have to mention what it is. Just explain about it and maybe your favorite little memories or important events that happened in your life.
This is a essay type of question actually.
I am very emotional when you ask me this question. Dr. Sir is like I can call him my prana. Without your breath, you cannot live. You feel you get to be with him always, whether he's present or not present. When you are high in happiness or low in depression, always you feel your breath. So at both these moments, Sir has been with us. He has shared all that happiness, doubled it for us. He has shared all our sorrows and brought it down to nil. So I feel that he is everything to me. Like you said in the beginning, if you ask me if one person whom I trust the most is Dr. Sarun. Even if Daya says something, I am ready to contradict. But I will, whatever Sir says, I believe, I trust that it is 100% right. There's no second thought to it. Even if my brain says it's wrong, there's no second thought. He is only right. Because he has taught me what life is. He has been a father to me. He has held our hands together. We got married from his hands only. So nobody trusted us like he would have. And these might be 10 years we have been successfully married. And all that is because of Sir. He is everything to us. Without him, there is no thought, a second thought at all. Without him, we cannot live. That's the end.
Any memories, Miss? Like maybe some
memories
class?
Actually, where the moment Sir got very close to me, actually his teachings, when I was at Yognat, the first time during his class, during his game sessions, I just realized that I am capable of something. It was like always I had a feeling that I'm not capable of anything. That's how I thought about myself. When I joined yoga class, it had a change, so much of a change. And then I have mentioned it at many places, and here also I'd like to register. I failed in 8th standard. I did my 8th standard twice. So when I joined Yogachemmal when I was in 11th standard, the whole transformation that took place because of Sir and Ammaji's classes, when in my college, BSc B.Ed, I was a rank holder. Stuck, right?
Yeah, it's okay, Miss. You can continue. We can hear you.
Are you there?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly, Miss. You can go on, Miss.
Maybe you just log out and log back in. I think there's a signal issue.
Yes.
I think there's a signal issue.
Okay, so you all just heard that, and really, Daya sir and Reena Miss, as Dr. Sir told in one of the episodes of Tell Me Appa, that if he, would lay down his hands to rest, it would be on the shoulders of Dayanidy sir and Reena Miss, because they've really been such an inspiration for me and Anandraj, and we are so lucky to be in presence of so many people, and you all have seen all these people in the different episodes till now, and there are few more to come. So I just tell you, all these people, why I'm bringing out all of this is just that it gives something, like, it might not be exactly the same that will happen in your life, but we have to know what it is. So, okay, and we are going to
Dee?
have back. Yes, miss.
I think there was some problem.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Okay. Where we were. So I just was telling about my schooling and college. So it just changed the perspective of my own self, that I was able to become a gold medalist in my BSc B.Ed. The yoga, that's why when my first definition said yoga gave me the power to become what I wanted to become. So all that was a guru, a student relationship. All that changed on a day when I lost my father. Actually, it was only 2-3 hours. Yeah, my father had a stroke and he was in the hospital. I had called sir and I was crying over the phone saying that my father had a stroke and people are saying that he will die. I'm scared. Being a busy man, a globally famous person, a worldwide traveler, he's a guru for many people. He's a world famous person. He was there in the hospital around 15 minutes or so. He was there in the hospital. When my father passed away, he was there with me. He hugged me and he told me that I am there as a father to you. Till this moment, and till my life ends, he's still the same. It was not just words. It was not just words. He meant it. We had so much struggle when we planned to get married. Nobody did accept. He helped us bring both the families together, and we had a successful wedding. And after wedding also, after marriage also, he has helped us, supporting us. He helped us.
Whenever we are down, he just come and give his hand to come bring us up, comfort us.
And I think he has helped. He is the main reason why we are a complete person. These 10 years we have done. We feel happy and proud to say that we have done our dharma. As a daughter-in-law, as a son, as a sister-in-law, as a brother, to our heart's content, we have always been able to fulfill our dharma. That is given to us by Sir.
Really beautiful, and really was great, and I really enjoyed the way you said it. And as you said, doctor says everything for you, and just so that like people, just I'm bringing all this out because it's not bringing out secrets. Like, it's not, I'm not doing it in a bad intention, or I'm not doing it for fame or anything. I just want you guys to see other side.
Actually, we are just happy expressing it. Because we don't, nothing we can do in replacement for what he has done for us. Even if how many ever generations we are born, we don't know how many births we are going to take, but how many ever births we are going to take, I just feel that we can be students of Dr. Sir. I can just be with him. That's enough for me.
When I joined yoga class, actually, Devas ma'am has actually told that if you are entering into the field of yoga, you have put some dharma in your previous birth. So we are realized that we have do so much of punya so that we have become the students of Ananda.
It's actually
and Ammaji, it's really we are blessing. Yeah, of course. It's really a great blessing for us.
For many lifetimes.
Very nice. And okay, so we have had our little happiness here and there and spreading between us. And I'm sure people out there are also feeling, a sense of happiness. And Okay, so getting into a little bit of fun and energy, we'll be going into the rapid fire. Because
Okay.
you see, I did this rapid fire on purpose. Okay, I didn't want to mention this in the other episodes, especially in this one, because every year in the Swami Gitananda Best Youth and Best Child, Daya sir and Reena miss are the main motive forces behind conducting the competitions. And for those who don't know, we have individual and team events. So like they prepare everything, and like Dr. Sir is there, but still they're really a force behind him, and like, sir, let's do it. And so many kids have benefited out of it. So we have a quiz competition.
He's our
which is
energy. He has given us the opportunity.
Yes.
Otherwise, without
Without-
an opportunity, nothing is possible. He trusts us like anything, and he gives us the opportunity. So we are thankful to him for that.
Okay, so getting back to the point, it was in the team yoga quiz, they have a round called rapid fire, and I'm always scared for it. I don't know if it's in the quiz or it's in the Damsharats, but we have one for sure. So like,
Yeah.
In
like
the
the
quiz,
other,
in quiz only we have that. Rapid fire. A set of questions and 60 seconds to answer all the
All the questions.
okay. So also, if you see, Meena ma'am has also been quite an influence also there. As you all know, Meena ma'am, she has been inside us. So it's a combination. I would say it's not like one person or two people doing it. Like it's always Dr. Sir is there to head the event, but also there's Reena Miss, Daya Sir, Meena ma'am, and also Balaji Sir, and many more to mention. Yeah, Balaji Sir, and many more to mention.
Krishna
So
and
don't get
Balasundar will come to help us a lot.
yeah, Krishna Ka, Balaka, and many of our senior akkas actually. We call their akkas, and they've been great role models and helping you always there. So,
Yes.
okay. So, you all conduct this rapid fire, and it's like,
Now it's
so now I want to do it back to you.
Oh
Just
my
to-
God, I don't know whether we're going to fail or pass. Let's see.
No, I don't think you're going to fail. Okay, since there are two of you, you're lucky that you have each other. So 5 to each person. So I think we'll start with Dayanidy sir.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So your first one, okay, I don't want to catch you and anything. No fights. So the first one is Reena Miss.
She is my ultimate everything. So without her, I will be nothing. So
Oh, thank you for that.
Beautiful.
that's the- so normally it's she think for me more than what I think for everything for me. So she's take overall negatives. She changes every negative into a positive for me. So she's there for everywhere. For
That's
me.
because he's with me. That's the main energy.
Yeah. Okay. So to the next one, Yogasana.
My favorite. So Yogasana is my favorite. So actually, the one of the favorite asanas, Urdhva Kukutasana and Bakasana. The both are my favorite asanas. I love a lot. I love most.
I love the smile when he does that asanas.
But nowadays I'm not sure that
It
whether
has
I
become
can.
memories now.
Okay. So the next one is Dr. Sir.
It's not a. It's actually you need to give in essay type of questions.
You are
But-
asking rapid fire and
Yeah.
you are asking doctor, sir. How
Then-
is it possible?
My answer, if it is in a rapid fire, then my answer will be my hero.
And the next one is Yognat.
Yognat is giving so many things for me. I learned so many things. So it's like a Gurukula for me. It's like a Gurukula, my second home. So most of the senior students, they feel the same answer, second home. So it's no one can change that. So we have learned so many things in Yognat only, because we spend most of the times, because we have a group of friends in Yoganjali Natyalayam only. So that's a strong connectivity is always there, and with the support of Dr. Sir. So Dr. Sir is always behind us, and he always tell us what is good, what is right, what we have to do, like that. So we are, it's one of the memorable time we are, as we are the kids in spending time in Yognat, because we spend most of the time in Yognat only.
Okay, so sir, your final one is university yoga.
Now the university yoga is simplified yoga. So they can change yoga how they want. They can use they are not, the universal yoga is not like how the yoga has to be. They can change the yoga into their own perspective, own feeling. They can change the yoga into however they are able to do. They can change the yoga into their own self. So it should not be like that actually. So that's why I call it as a simplified yoga. So yoga is not a simplified one.
Very nice, sir, and great answers. So you've passed the rapid fire at last.
Thank you.
So you can relax and now Reena miss. It's like, okay, team A is done. So team A, all the people in it, they're like, okay, done. And then team B is like, okay. So Reena miss, the next 5 for you. So the first one is Dayanidy.
Dayanidy. He's my dream, which brought both my fathers together. Because when he was, actually when I was pregnant, I wanted a boy. You know, many people used to laugh at my answer. I wanted a boy only because I wanted to name him Dayanidy. Dega is my father's name. Ananda is also my father and Guru's name. So whenever I call him by that name, I have that emotional connection. I feel that my fathers are with me. So
Very nice.
he's
Nice. And the next one, of course, I can't, skip this question. Yognat.
Yognat. A single word. A roller coaster that changed my life. Because if I wouldn't have been at Yognat, I would be, what I would be now is just a housewife doing house chores, thinking that I'm not capable of anything. I don't mean to say that housewives are not good, but I mean to say that some of them have that inferiority. I would have been that kind of a person. I changed my entire life upside down, totally upside down. My thinking, way of thinking, my actions, my thoughts, everything got changed, but because of Yognat. And I'm grateful to all the teachers who've been Alta Miss, Gajin Sir, Dr. Sir, Desana Miss, all of them, Dr. Ammaji, especially during the May intensives. We always look forward for Ammaji's classes for the May, because she gives us, she gives food for the mind. She doesn't let it stay numb. She's like just doing a swindle. So it helps us evolve into better human beings.
Very nice, miss. And I don't know this one. Banking.
Banking. Actually, it is my husband's dream job. Once I joined banking, he changed his dreams.
Okay.
So that's what I said before. It gives me happiness that when I am able to help someone out there. But still, the connection is less. That's what I feel about banking. It's helping me a lot to run my daily things, activities.
Nice one, Miss. And then the next one is daily life.
Daily life. I think it is every day a battle with new experiences. Because it's the same battle. Never ending one.
Never ending.
Always we look forward for Saturdays and Sundays. It's always there. But every day, if I am able to bring a smile on my loved ones' faces, I think that day has ended beautifully. I try to bring a smile on my kids, on my husband's face when it comes, and I feel that, okay, this day is very good. It's been complete.
Nice, Miss. And your final one is pranayama.
Pranayama. Pranayama, see, when you say pranayama, no, the first thought that comes is Devasanamis. Don't scold me for that. Because Devasanamis only made us feel our breath. Usually we use the Sparsha Mudra and do the Vivaha Pranayama. So that was the first experience of pranayama. Before in Lalita Miss class, we used to deep breathe and breathe out. But that consciousness developed when we went into her classes. So pranayama, it helps one emotionally relieve emotional stress. To me, my family genetic was, my mother has asthma. So off and on, I too had these breathing disorders. But after coming to Yognat, I don't know where it vanished. So it just went out of the scene. So pranayama is really a medicine to many people's life.
Great, Miss. And you've also passed.
Thank you. But I think we didn't answer it in a rapid fire like mode.
So again, you all see a bhakti-drenched yoga team, cheerful and reliable, fully immersed in the world and in the grahastha stage, yet remaining rooted in the yogic style of living. And of course, living Dr. Sir's teachings out there. And he, as I told you all, he would wish if he was going to rest his hands on two shoulders or like a support, it would be Daya Sir and Reena Miss. So really thank you both for being there, and really a nice episode.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a special mention. During this Corona time, I miss Sir actually. I feel that there's a little distance because we're not able to meet him quite often. Through your Tell Me Appa series, you have brought him close to us. Every time we watch the episode, I go watch the previous episodes. Whenever I'm free, I go watch the episodes because it gives that closeness. You have helped us bond with him, though we are in a distance. And you are doing a great job, Dee.
Yes, of course.
We are looking forward to look upon as you as the leader of this paramparya.
Yeah.
Paramparya.
Thank you.
Dee. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Okay.